You want to move where? Today we're talking about Sprague River and Chiloquin. Stick with me. Hi, I'm Darlene Humphreys. I have fielded a fair amount of calls throughout the years of people wanting to move to Chiloquin / Sprague River. So let's talk about Chiloquin / Sprague River. The vast majority of Sprague River is considered Chiloquin. They are not close to each other. They're probably 20 miles apart. They're two separate entities. But when you're talking about Chiloquin, you might be talking about the town of Chiloquin. You could be talking about Sprague River. You could be talking about 25 miles north of Chiloquin, up 97. That whole area up there is considered Chiloquin. So the definition of Chiloquin is very broad. But lately there's been, and I don't know where y'all are going. I don't know where all y'all are going on the internet, or watching somebody's vlogs or whatever you're doing to get interest in Sprague River. But I have been getting an uptick of inquiries about people wanting to move to either Chiloquin and or Sprague River. So let's go through my flow chart. A, have you been to Oregon? Yes, no. Have you been to Oregon? If the answer is no, I'm sorry. I can't. And I'm sure somebody will work with you and sell you a house, and you'll be out of here in like a year or two if you're not prepared. Have you been to Klamath Falls? If you're on the yes side, I've been to Oregon. Have I been to Klamath Falls? No. Okay. Yes. I've had family in Klamath Falls. I've been to Crater Lake a bunch of times. We used to camp at Lake of the Woods every summer. Great. Moving forward down to the yes column. Have you been out in the rural areas of Oregon? Because this is no joke. Chiloquin, the town of Chiloquin, is 30 minutes-ish from Klamath Falls. Sprague River is 45 minutes on a good day from Klamath Falls. You are out there. And the town of Chiloquin does have some amenities. The town of Sprague River has some amenities. But you are out there. And you are an hour from, in a lot of cases, if you're living out in Sprague River or Chiloquin, an hour from medical help, pharmacy, supplies, outside of the standard things that the local stores carry. You're out there. And a lot of the roads out there, especially in Sprague River, are dirt. Are you prepared for that? So, okay, flowchart. You've been to Klamath Falls. You've been out to the rural areas. Yep, and I'll work with you. And let me tell you why I'm so picky. Because I had a gentleman from Tennessee contact me. He's found me through some of my videos and flew out to the area, met him at the office. We drove separately out to Sprague River, looked at some houses. I think we looked at one in Bonanza, but we looked at mostly Sprague River. He picked one and bought it. And then about 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, he calls me and he's like, the cell service out here stinks. I'm like, yeah, remember when you were trying to FaceTime your wife from the house that you liked and the call kept dropping? Yeah, the cell service out there stinks. You're out in Sprague River. And then he's like, and I'm 45 minutes from a box of screws. It takes me almost an hour to get to the Home Depot to get supplies. I'm like, yeah, you drove out there. We met at the office. You drove yourself out there to Sprague River. It is a hike, and they're not great roads. I mean, they're paved, and they're fine, but it's kind of curvy. It's up and down some mountains on the way out there. And it was my fault. It was my fault that he was not happy with this house. He's like, you should have told me. You should have told me what it was like to live out here. So here we are. And the most recent inquiry I got was somebody that lives in Southern California. Said, hey, we've been doing some research on your area and we want to move to Sprague River. Flowchart comes up. Have you been to Oregon? Yes, they've been to Oregon, but they've only been to the metro areas. They've never been to out in Oregon. I want y'all to be prepared. I have a little video about Sprague River. It's 2 minutes long because that's all there really is to talk about in Sprague River. It is beautiful out there. Sprague River, Chiloquin is beautiful. I did a little video of a property I showed up in Chiloquin the other day. They are beautiful areas. However, you have to be prepared to live out in those areas where you have to. And the Southern California people had told me, well, we're used to it, but we're used to driving an hour or an hour and a half or whatever, because that's what our commute to work is. I mean, this isn't going to be any different. It's any that we don't got I-5. We don't have I-5 or whatever you commute on now. It's a 2-lane road in out around the lake, all the things. So when you contact me and tell me you want to live and you live in San Diego, for instance, and you want to move to Sprague River, and my answer is no, you don't. This until you like dig into this outside of whatever your information you're finding, whose ever vlog you're watching, or whoever you're following on YouTube that is telling you that you want to live in Chiloquin or Sprague River. No, you don't. Until you are like fully aware of where you're moving, what you're doing, what it's like to live out in Chiloquin or Sprague River. No, you don't. Do your research. Come here. Come here in January. I have a great story. If you ever meet me, I have a great story of showing property to a gentleman from Minnesota in Sprague River in January. I'll share it with you if I see you. Thanks for joining me.